All right. Okay, let's talk resistance band training for wrestling. I just want to give you my critiques and just different things that you have to pay attention, in my opinion, while believing that resistance fucking bands are just some fucking magical conditioning fucking tool you can do for wrestling. First of all, let's clear one myth out of the way. Some wrestlers, grow up thinking fucking they can replace, um, you know, resistance training, basically, lifting fucking dumbbells and like um, simply like weightlifting, bodybuilding weightlifting. They think they can replace it with like band work, which is just a terrible idea. I mean, if we're talking, um, science, resistance bands just generally have like a high tension. They're heaviest when your muscles are squeezed. So that's not going to give you much hypertrophy. We all know that hypertrophy happens most when the muscles are stretched. So, which is literally the least amount of resistance that bands give you. And let's just have this play in the background. I'm just gonna go over um, Mr. Ramazanov's band training. This guy has like 100 fucking edits that he's doing like fucking band training. Um, so yeah, I'm just gonna let's break this video down to two parts. One, what are they good for, and two, what are they useless for? You know. So let's go over the thing that they are useless for. They are useless pretty much to build mass. If you want to grow muscle, which is the only way you grow muscle, you gain weight, solid lean weight, is by resistance training. You condition the muscle after that. Just there's no question about that. I think that's just dog shit. If anybody wants to argue, be like, yeah, man, like lifting just makes you stiff for wrestling, man. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? Who said that? And none of the guys that say that they ever fucking lifted for 3 months at a time. Okay, so I don't know what's this fucking um, you know tightness they have about weightlifting. If you need to fucking like for example myself, um, I'm like 5'11", and if you know anything about wrestling, you know that I can't do shit in the fucking 65 kilogram category. That's just too tall. I'm just too vulnerable. I cannot put on as much muscle mass as the, 5'6", 5'5" guys can put on at like 65. I'm like 77 kilos right now, but my lean mass, I'm like 20% fat. So my lean mass is like, I mean, what, 68, 69 kilogram, which with a weight cut, I could right now just imagine that I could lose my fat, 12% of my fat, be like 8% body fat, and then also lose a bunch of fucking water weight um, during the competition and just compete at 65. But that's not the case. I'm just too tall. I know that. I fucking wrestle people that are like 65, like true 65s, so shorter, tanky guys. And they're just a fucking tank, man. I'm just not able to, hand fight with them. Um, a lack of skill also plays a role, but just talking conditioning here. So, yeah, they do not give you like a um, let's say size advantage in any ways for reasons I said. And yeah, I'm out of things to say right now. Let's just see what's happening. One thing they do is that they add resistance. In the if we're talking generating power, well, the squeezed state of muscle is when you want to be strong at. So it's kind of good that it has a lot of resistance when the muscles are, you know, tightened. And yeah, that's basically one of the things that is these are not really good at is building muscle. And yeah, let's see what's going on. They're a great tool to, add a little bit of resistance for conditioning work. I mean, best conditioning is to wrestle, but you can't wrestle all the time. Sometimes you're just, if something's injured, you don't have a partner. I mean, shit happens. You can just set a timer for like 3 minutes and just go as much as you can. It's very good for, building lactic acid. Moving your body around with a very good amount of resistance. And yeah, these kind of exercises, this is gonna give you a pump. As I said, there's no strength benefit. Um, there's no real, wrestling benefits into these, but mostly they're very good, cardio. They're incredible for warm ups, and yeah, just get a good pump. And by pump, I mean just you get more muscle, more blood into your muscle, and simply because when you're using your muscles, there's less oxygen, so blood supply becomes um, more intense, so it covers for the lack of oxygen. So yeah, these are very good for warm-ups. As I said, the other days that you don't have, you can't um, wrestle, or you don't have anybody and you just want to, get a very good workout in, um, make at least your like let's say, when I say conditioning for wrestling, I mostly mean um, like the burn, the lactic type of adaptation, and the, just cardiovascular, just high, just like interval, like high intensity kind of um, resistance training. So yeah, that's that. Also, as I said, like you have to understand that you are doing this to be a better wrestler. So just reverse engineer what you need in a wrestling match, okay? And also you have to know what, some dynamics and mechanics of the human body a little bit, which you already know. Mostly, it's not hard to obtain. And yeah, just swinging this motherfucker around is not gonna do anything. But it's good, very good for, if you have like a bad double leg, you don't get your foot in position. You have like a bad sprawl. You have a bad single leg, or everything, or anything like that. It's very good to, add a little bit of resistance. Even doing them on their own, if you just do drills and stuff, those are also good. But doing with a resistance band adds a little bit of, intensity. Yeah. Plus, know that this guy does not need any fucking muscle mass. Okay, this guy's already competing at 86 very well. This guy doesn't need to. This guy just need to have be at the best, cardiovascular condition, and also just be at peak, accuracy in terms of techniques. Yeah, these are just elite fucking. This motherfucker has a gold fucking medal. Okay, let's not fool ourselves here. So yeah, very good. At this time, you just think about, you think like you're in a wrestling match. You just try to get the right foot position, right hand positions. Very good exercise. Practical exercise. This is also very good. Just very fucking tiring, man. Like, you lift somebody up like that. Yeah. So heavy on your lower back. But it's sport specific. Very good. Also, bands. If you're, if you're wrestling and you see you have certain deficiencies, let's say if you're like fighting hand fighting, and you see like your arms are burning, you can replicate that very well. You stick the, you wrap the band around like something higher than you in a vertical manner, and then you just try to pull down, use your lats, use your shoulders and stuff. Not so much shoulders, but a little bit. um, so yeah, that's also very good to train if you have any deficiencies. But yeah, just create your own exercises. Don't just do the conventional fucking uh, this kind of fucking stuff. These are great for warm up, as I said. But yeah, nothing crazy. Yeah, these kind of stuff really is not gonna do you much good. Also, a lot of times, like even like in our gym, when the coach just says to do like 3 minutes, 5 minutes of like band work, nobody goes hard. I mean, if you're not fucking burning yourself, you're really pushing yourself to just burn and just go. Like what? Then what the fuck are you doing? If you're feeling fine, if you don't have any pain in your shoulders or anything, everything's fine. Like if you're just going light on these, like what the fuck is going on? What are you getting out of this? You're just getting pump. Well, do what you want to do, but yeah, just getting a pump is not something that you want if you're training to be, get the most amount of physical things possible, and the mental things they all happen when you're not wrestling. So sorry about the beep, but yeah. Other than that, yeah, these are very good if you have, if you want to train your double legs and stuff. And yeah, let's see. There's something else we can talk about here. Yeah, these are mostly like conditioning, warm up. Just if you're not going hard on these, if you just don't feel it or anything, I mean, don't expect much in return. But it's not like if you do these, there's nothing gonna happen. I'm just saying, um, based on a specificity, principle of sports. Yeah, try your best to replicate what you need. Actually, see what you're lacking. See what part you want to get better at. You want to have more endurance at, and just generate exercises for yourself. The time limits and stuff. Don't just do the same shit that the coach says every time. Okay, we're gonna do 1 minute, then 2 minutes, then 3 and 4, with 2 minute rest, and just do some random fucking exercise. You know, just just bandit fucking flies and shit. Yeah, you're just gonna get a light pump, a light burn, yeah, and that's it. There's not much you're getting out of this. So they're also not really heavy, so light on the joints, so you can get a really good um, lactic adaptation, also just cardiovascular adaptations. If you do it specifically, in the certain times that are specific for wrestling, let's say if you're wrestling 2 minutes, you're a junior wrestler, do 2 minute intervals, back to back. So go hard, all out for 2 minutes, and then rest for 5 minutes. Go for another 2 minutes. Not exactly 5 minutes, just however long that you're gonna feel fine. And yeah, as I said, these are the things that to just wrap this up. These are not really good to build muscle. No wrestler that you see that is jacked like this or anything as muscle mass, clear added muscle mass. Nobody builds muscle with these kind of stuff. Just forget about these banded exercises. Also, yeah, you're gonna get what it does. Just try to reverse engineer what it does, and you're gonna get better at it. When you do any movement, you do any exercise, just think to yourself, am I gonna use this movement in wrestling? Is this something that I'm deficient at? Don't just try to do like a light cardio of whatever is your strongest movement with resistance and just, call it a day. Try to go hard, to the point that you're really burning, but try to control it for the amount of time that you want to do it. So if you're wrestling for 3 minutes, like every time do like a 3 minute or 4 minute, around that. You don't need more. Um, even if this has like a enough resistance, even 30 seconds, even 20 seconds is gonna fuck you up good. So don't worry about like this thing that, oh, you gotta go more. You're rushing for 3 minutes, but you gotta do like 10 minutes of these. Nah, you're not gonna do 10 minutes of thing. So do the same amount of time, but just go harder. Just get the resistance more. This is not really much resistance. I know I felt these kind of bands. This is like meh. Exactly as you see. This is just not really. He's doing warm up, I believe. But yeah, also very good to just do footwork with these kind of stuff while your arms are burning. So yeah, I think we covered. I think I'm just inserting fucking fluff here. So yeah, I think we covered most of the things this kind of band exercise does. And yeah, very good for warm ups. Not really good for muscle building. And very good for conditioning if you use it specifically for the movements that you're lacking and for the amount of times that you need them. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, hope you guys learned something, and see you guys in the next video.